Bravo, bravo. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Hello, my friends. We got an article here where Russia and North Korea were like brothers, like Iron Maiden song. Well, that's what's going to happen here. So who's got the good news? The Russians, North Koreans, and the Chinese. And who's got the bad news? The club. So let's see what's going on here. When the club pushed Russia and China closer together, they were the main reason. The club. Now, North Korea is getting even closer to the next club with the formation of the second club, which is Russia, China, India, Brazil, and the Brexit countries, and not only Iran. You got Venezuela, you have Argentina, now you have North Korea. You say, oh, this is rogue states, or there's hardly states. Well, I don't think that, for instance, North Korea committed more crime than another country who invaded 5 countries in the past 20 years. I don't think Korea invaded anybody in the past, from 55, 50, whatever it was, the Korean War, 52, 54. Just go by that and find out who invaded whom and who killed whom. Right? We can take Iran. Let's take Iran. What happened with Mozambique, or whatever his name is, the prime minister who was, appointed in elections in Iran, and the Shah, he was deposed by CIA. Remember in 52, 54, that area? Remember that? Yeah. It was the British and the Americans took over, and then they put the Shah, Reza Pahlavi. They put him in charge. Great. And then he was overthrown by whom? By, what's his name? By, I can't remember his name right now, but I will remember later. Where the guy came from? From Paris. He lived in Paris, and he overthrew from Paris Reza. Khomeini, yes, Khomeini. So we have here from Reuters, so all these things, they are rogue states. Okay, tell me how many wars Iran fought. I can tell, I think, one. Against whom? Iraq. Why? Who supported Iraq? Oh, who used chemical weapons? Ooh, from whom? Who provided Iraq with chemical weapons? Okay, so, and all of a sudden, North Korea is a rogue state. Or let's say Venezuela is a rogue. How many countries did Venezuela invade? Why is it a rogue state? Because the rogue state decided that that's a rogue state. That's such hypocrisy here. But if you don't know, you think, oh yeah. So, Reuters, today, August 14th, 2022. Putin says Russia and North Korea will expand bilateral relations. All right, what's wrong with that? Friends will be friends, right, till the end, right? That's Queens now. Russian President Vladimir Putin told North Korean leader Kim Jong-un the two countries will, and quote-unquote, expand the comprehensive and constructive bilateral relations with common efforts, Pyongyang's state media reported on Monday. In a letter to Kim for Korea's Liberation Day, Putin said closer tie would be in both countries' interests and would help strengthen the security and stability of the Korean Peninsula and Northeastern Asian region, North Korea's KCNA news agency said. Great, peace. We always want peace. Under my terms. Kim also sent a letter to Putin saying Russian-North Korean friendship had been forged like a katana in World War II with victory over Japan, which had occupied the Korean peninsula. Hey, hold on. So the Japan was the bad dude, and now is the good dude. Germany was the bad dude, and now is the good dude. Russia was the good dude, now is the bad dude. It's like a revolving door. Wait 50 more years, and again, Germany is going to be the bad dude, Russia is going to be the good dude, and Japan is going to be the bad dude. Oh, man, let's see how the wind blows. Okay, today from east to west. And I'm quoting, the strategic and tactical cooperation, support and solidarity between the two countries has since reached a new level is their common effort to frustrate threats and provocation from hostile military forces, Kim said in a letter. KCNA did not identify the hostile forces. Pfft, you need to call them by name? I can give it to you the whole list. Oh my God. Did not identify the hostile forces, but it has typically used that term to refer to the United States and its allies. Do you mean its bottom-feeding club members, their house, whatever, servant, and the bottom feeders, the plantation slaves? Countries. Okay, Kim predicted cooperation between Russia and North Korea would grow based on an agreement signed in 2019 when he met with Putin. North Korea in July recognized two Russian-backed breakaway People's Republics in eastern Ukraine as independent states, and officials raised the prospect of North Korean workers being sent to the areas to help in construction and other labor. Great. Friends when you need them, right? Ukraine, which is resisting a Russian, now they tell us what we need to remember, you know, like they give us this information, and in the end they give us what we need to remain with. So hey, remember guys, Russia is the bad dude here, okay? Don't forget about it. I mean, it might be friendly with North Korea, but they're the bad dudes here. Ukraine, which is resisting a Russian invasion described by Moscow as a special military operation, immediately severed relations with Pyongyang over the move. Okay, good for you. Good for you. All right, well, you tried to isolate yourself, Ukraine, because you not isolate these guys, you just push them together. Well, and they have nuclear weapons by the way. Mistakes under mistakes, as it was Stephen Cohen, that Jewish American scholar. I say Jewish, so you know he was a person that I admired very much. I admired his intelligence, his composure, the way he spoke, intelligence and knowledge. I would put a badge with his name right here, Stephen Cohen. He died, I think, 2 years ago or 2 years ago maybe, and he was a professor emeritus of Russian studies, and he explained during one of his interviews that Russia thinks in centuries, plans foreign policy in centuries, thinks in centuries. United States thinks from election to election. So he said there's a difference when you look only 4 years ahead, and those guys look 100 years ahead of you. It's a big difference on how you plan, and it seems like you have children election to election versus adults century after century, because if a child has an attention span of 3 seconds or so, he's thinking about the next thing around in front of him. An adult, a good adult, because there are some a smart adult, thinks years ahead, or maybe lifetime plans for the whole lifetime. And it doesn't mean it's going to hit all those points but at least you keep the same direction. Life gets you here, but you come back here, gets you here, you come back there, and maybe you adjust as you go, but you plan a lifetime. I mean, when you're about 16, 17, you gotta have a plan for your life. You gotta know where you're going. If you don't, it's okay, you're gonna be by 22. If by 24 or 25 you're not mature enough to say, okay, I know this is the way I'm going, that's it, then I don't know, maybe you realize at 60 when someone comes and say, hey, time to go. And you say, I didn't do anything with my life. Well, it's okay. A lot of you guys don't do, right? So, thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.